Monday, Tuesday, Gronk Day. It's happening every week. Rob Gronkowski is on the show, four-time Super Bowl champ. We'll talk a little Patriots. We'll talk a little Wentz to the Rams. What did it say about Mr. Matthew Stafford? Kyler is activated. He'll start against the Falcons, who are loving Josh Dobbs more than anybody this week because he took the heat off of them blowing last week's game. Just saying what it is. Tweet the show at Up and Adams Show. And Ohio legalized marijuana last night, but the Browns are about to get Geno stoned. Let it rip. Show starting their hour-long national program talking about Geno Stone. Well, we are. We are, because that's what we do each and every Wednesday. Rob Gronkowski will join me for most of the show, but I got to get some things out there. We gave out attaboys. We're a positive show, but there's some things and lots of things that get talked about, and things get swept under the rug or don't get the limelight they deserve. Good things, bad things. We try to keep it positive here, but I want to start with my underreactions as we do each and every Wednesday. Thanks for joining us, guys. Light up the chat on YouTube and the tweets. Love them. I want to start in Baltimore. We're going to start in Baltimore. There's been so much focus on, and there should be, on Lamar, what he's doing. Odell got an attaboy yesterday. Todd Monken, it's clicking, the offense, all of that. And even what the Browns defense has done this year. So we're talking about that, those matchups. Myles Garrett on the show talking about that matchup and Lamar just yesterday here on Up and Adams. But I do feel like we are completely underreacting to what the Ravens defense is doing right now. They're just having a good year. We're always used to them having a smash mouth, blah, 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 good year. They're not just the #1 defense in the league. Oh, no. What they're doing now is historic, and it stacks up against really some of the greatest defense that this beautiful game that we love has ever seen. Let me show you what I mean. Here's what the Ravens are doing compared to the 2000 squad. That's who we compare them to, right? Well, we name other big defenses, 85 Bears, right? Compared to those are the two gold standards, right? We all agree? Great. This team averaging fewer yards per play. That 4.08 sticks out. It's the lowest we've seen in 15 years. In 15 years, they're also averaging fewer passing yards per game. And that's in an era where everybody's bananas, mad, and throwing like crazy. Where we've ever said, it's just like football, it's just offense. Okay, how about this? They already have as many sacks as the 2000 team had during the entire Super Bowl winning season. That's bonkers. That's wild. And part of what I love about this group in particular is that, yeah, sure you had your big piece, front of the show, Roquan Smith, and you've got these household names, and that's fine. But it's not just those dudes, the marquee guys that are contributing. They have had, get this, they've had 13 different players with sacks already. 13. Marcus Williams, he's been in and out of the lineup. Backup Geno Stone. He stepped in to lead the league in picks. Geno Stone has 6. This isn't just a TJ Watt or Myles Garrett or Aaron Donald or taking over, dominating, carrying the whole squad. 13, I said. This is the whole damn defense. They're bought in. You can just tell when you're watching the game. There's unselfishness is the energy there. And they're playing towards a larger goal right now. Huge credit to those players. Mike McDonald, their DC, of course, and they got a chance to really put a stamp on things this weekend. They got the Browns, and with all the talk about Myles Garrett, front of the show, for DPOY, and Jim Schwartz on the other side, all of that, sure, that's fine, that's great. This defense can put an end to the argument once and for all if they do shut down the Browns offense and company. What they're doing is really historic and deserves just as much love. I know I talk a lot about the Bengals, and Ravens fans are like, can you say something? I talk about y'all all the time, too. And Bengals fans actually weirdly don't seem to mind it because I think that they know and sort of respect what Baltimore's got going on. But it's a big, big game this week in the best division in the NFL. All right, I also think we're underreacting to the way the Eagles are winning. How are these things happening? I don't think anybody's surprised that they're 8-1. That's the exact record that they had through 9 games just a year ago on their road to the Super Bowl. But they're doing it in a very different way that deserves some love and real estate on our show and kind of everywhere around the NFL media circle. Last year, they won 14 games, right? They were leading or they were tied at half in 13 of those games, okay? The book on them was that if you let them get up early, you're in trouble. And, they're not really built to play from behind was a bit of the narrative following them around. Am I right, Marissa? Yes. I am. We did.
I didn't even answer.
It's okay. Yes. Okay, well, here's it's kind of cool because this year, and they have the same record through 9, but they've totally flipped the script on that. After Sunday's win against Dallas, the game everyone was glued to their TV and excited for, they've won back-to-back games when trailing at the half. Okay, they're 3-0. They're undefeated this season when trailing going into the third quarter. And that's where things start to get a little bit wild, a little wonky, because not only are they the only team to win every game that they've trailed at the half this season, but they're in some legendary company when you check out the record books. I know this is kind of convoluted. Just follow me here. There are only 2 teams in NFL history to go 3-0 or better when facing a halftime deficit over the course of a season. Those teams are the undefeated 1972 Super Bowl champion Dolphins and the 1998 Vikings, who, of course, finished 15-1. And, I mean, it's just the most tortured fan base. How they didn't go to the Super Bowl that year, I don't know. Gary Anderson and all of that. There's still a lot of season left, but when you're doing that and you sort of enter into rarefied air, doing something only 2 of the most memorable teams in NFL history have done, it's worth noting, paying attention to, and giving it a little love to, especially given how it speaks to this whole team. And they're not just, we talked to Sirianni, for a long time. We've talked to a lot of the guys on this team who were at their training camp. What's the hangover like? What are we doing? Sirianni in August, late August, telling us he's still watching the Super Bowl loss, all of that. The question was like, are you going to pick up where you left off? And the answer is no, they didn't. They evolved. They didn't just say, let's keep this going. And I think that's really important with what we're seeing with this team. You can no longer, and there's some things they got to clean up, but you can't take out the old label maker and slap a thing that says, they're a front runner. They can only win. No, I think it's a direct result of sort of the leveling up that we've seen from a very focused Jalen, A.J. Brown, their connection that continues to grow and evolve this year. And it's kind of a terrifying thought for the opposition, honestly. And while the Eagles may not be like, what Marissa McBride, show her face. She's like, we got to clean some things up. I know they're not like this, like, crushing teams week in, week out thing that they were, and they were that now. They were that at this point in the season in 2022.
Correct.
But I do think that this sort of makes them weirdly more dangerous in a different way. What do you guys think? At Up and Adam Show, let us know. We'll see. I think Gronk's checking in, so we'll get some info from him or like what he thinks about that. Raiders getting that wild card, says Brandon Goebel. Okay, that's a little. You've been. Are you in? What is it? Ohio? Ohio legalized marijuana.
Geno.
Was that big news? Nobody even.
I love it.
Putting the high in Ohio says, wow, our resident Goldfarb seems to know a lot about this. I don't know, Pam and Mark are watching. I don't know, Goldfarb. Watch out, buddy.
Sounds like a narc.
Guys, keep hitting us up at Up and Adam Show. If you have questions for Gronk, let us know. Finally, I'll give you one more thing that I think we're underreacting to. I'm in on the Broncos. I'm in. They've had I don't know what we should call it, like a mini resurgence over the last few weeks, and like super quietly, they've won back-to-back games, including a win over the Super Bowl champion Chiefs. They have a split against them as far as the AFC West. They're done unless they make it into the playoffs, and they might, guys. They're a win. Guess what? They're a win over Buffalo for moving right back into the thick of the AFC playoff picture. 70 points on this defense. Doesn't that seem like a long, long time ago? It does, because it was. And if you take the defense, for example, we're underreacting. I mean, they were on pace to be one of the worst we've seen in the history of the league. 70 points, right? Sean Payton could have, and lots of people said he should have said, peace out, bye, to his defensive coordinator. But nope, Mr. Hothead Quickfire, Sean Payton sticks by Vance Joseph, and instead he makes moves to cut 2 of the biggest names they had on that side of the ball, and Randy Gregory and Frank Clark. And since then, I'm not going to just read the numbers. Read it and reap. The Broncos have gone from the worst team in the league, in all 3 of these categories, mind you, to one of the best. They're one of the best defenses in the league. That 15 points per game is the second fewest in the whole league over that span. 21 points fewer per game than what they'd been giving up over the first 3 weeks. It is as dramatic a midseason turnaround as you'll see if you look at the numbers. And I kind of think they're like, don't talk about this. Shut up, Kay. Shut up. They don't think they want it talked about. They just took down the Chiefs. Now they're off their bye week. And the offense, by the way, is picking it up. Russell threw, and slowly but surely, but it's all you want, right? They still got they got like the Vikings with Dobbs Magic. Sure, I think they got the Chargers twice. They got the Patriots. Like, Are they about to go? They might. Russell Wilson threw 3 touchdown passes in that win over Kansas City. Denver, in a really physical game, racked up a season-high 153 on the ground as a team. So physical. And they're coming off a bye. Do you think Sean Payton will just, like, play round after round of golf at some lavish Discovery property or sleeping by the pool with a mojito in his hand? Maybe for some of that time, but no, he's a madman. I'm sure he took that bye and he's like, I'm ready to cook. Get me back. I want to do things. And I'm sure they're a bit reinvigorated and also confident. And I've already heard them moaning about their next game against the Bills on Monday Night Football. It's a horrible primetime game. I can't believe we're not flexing it out. What are we doing? Like, Samuel L. Jackson, hold on to your butts here for a second, everybody. I do think Denver is going to test a banged up Bills team. Not their fault. They're banged up, especially defense. And they very much miss Matt Milano and Trey Wright. And they're giving up a ton of yards after contact. I don't know if they make some turnovers on offense, like that feisty shot. I don't know. I know they're at home. That's a big deal. They could do it. And if they do, if they take down Buffalo, you got wins over your team. You got wins over Kansas City. They're going to send the whole AFC playoff picture into tumult, into complete chaos. You know, like that messy drawer everybody has? Everybody has one in their house somewhere. You know, there's like a ball of yarn and like a protractor and a compass and like a long match for some reason, foreign currency for rubber stamps, whatever it is. It is stuffed, it is a mess, and that is going to happen. And I think it happens. This game has a lot of intrigue, and this team has found a lot of confidence. So do not sleep on the Broncos. All right, I really took a whack into the Bills these past couple of days. We got to get some Bills love on the show. A guy from Buffalo joining our program, fresh off his induction into the Arizona Wildcats Hall of Fame, the one and the only Rob Gronkowski is here. You never know. You never know where Gronk will be, but here he is, and we'll have him on after this break. It looks very official. His desk looks like if you were to, yeah, maybe we'll talk about that. Because I feel like if you were like if you were like a person who's creating something for Gronk, that wouldn't be the look.
Yeah.
But I don't know what you expect it to be. I'm picturing like the...
I expect him near a pool
Near
with some
pool.
sunglasses on. Just like vibing.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Right?
That's how we picture Gronk.
When I close
Yeah.
my eyes, that's the Gronk I see.
Instead, he's like an adjunct professor.
Yeah.
Professor, like, hello. Welcome to my office hours.
Gronkowski, Rob Gronkowski. You know that Gronk is my father's favorite player.
I love that.
Because of the Polish last name.
Shout out
He doesn't,
Chester.
I mean, obviously, his dad doesn't really know what he's
Yeah.
follow it, but he's like, Gronkowski,
Yes.
Sebastian Janikowski. Like, he loves all the Polish guys, but he just loves, like, my dad will watch our show on Wednesdays because it's like, and he's like, does he speak Polish? I'm like, no, Dad. Like, not even a little. Like, but he's like, but maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe you should teach him so.
Yeah.
Chester Cam.
Let's see. What is this? Travis Kelce snubs Rob Gronkowski after breaking Tony Gonzalez's Chiefs record? What is this? I loved clickbait.
Oh, I think Travis
That could be a
said-
segment with Gronk just reading clickbait about
Yeah.
Gronk.
I know. True or
What did he
false?
say?
I think he said Tony was the best Tony was the best of all time.
Oh.
Tight end. Because he passed him.
You know this LA Bowl thing was
Chiefs.
hosted
Yeah.
by Jimmy Kimmel?
He told me that.
Gronk, you got big shoes
shoes
to
to
fill.
fill.
That'll be fun.
Him as the next late night host.
I want to go to that.
I would love that.
Oh, shit. What is this meeting? Oh, my God, I hate meetings. When did meetings become such a big part of my life?
I hate that for you.
From
I would love that.
From your ears to Gronk's agents.
December 16th.
1 p.m. What is this? 1
December.
p.m. meeting? No.
Christmas party's 50, right? 17?
13. Let me check the cast.
Let's check the calendar. We gotta.
Wait, where
Guys, so what is Wildcatter? What business is that? A YouTube thing? A production company? Anyone?
Oh, yeah. Creative studio and production company.
Okay, great. Okay, let's do this. Let's get Gino stoned.
Whoa, they have a really cool website.
Kind of a dramatic. He's less than 5 days. Growth bar.
I'm the greatest to ever do it, nobody do it better. Committed, I'll never quit it, I'm doing this forever. The greatest to ever do it, nobody do it better. Committed, I'll never quit it, I'm doing this forever. I'm the greatest to ever do it.
The reaction to him being inducted, that's right. No sleeves, no problem. Who's having a better day than Gronk?
Gronk. That looked like it was the most fun ever. That was your induction
Bear
as
down, Arizona. Bear down, red and blue. That was a great day, Kay. I'm actually disappointed. I should go upstairs and grab my basketball jersey that I was wearing, but it was in the pile of dirty laundry, so it's probably a little bit smelly right now. I just got back from a road trip, so I haven't been able to wash it yet, but maybe I'll go grab it in between takes right now.
Do you do your own laundry?
I do my own laundry, yes.
I think I've seen you in a Tide commercial before or something. Is that true?
I was actually in Hawaii last year with Camille, and then we had so much laundry because we were on a road trip for like 3 weeks, and then we were in the middle of the island in Hawaii, and I went to a spot where you do laundry. What are those spots called? Laundry
A
spots.
laundromat?
Yeah, laundromat or whatever.
Yeah.
And all these random people were taking pictures of me, and then it went viral everywhere. Like Gronk does his own laundry in the middle of a laundromat in the middle of Hawaii.
We were just reading. I like to Google your name before you come on, and like the clickbait is just unbelievable. But we went make that a segment. Gronk. I feel like you were in a Tide commercial and you don't even remember. Yes.
I wasn't.
Tide Pods.
I wasn't in a commercial. Tide Pods.
I remember that. Hey, good marketing, but Tide needs to write you another check because that's crazy that I remember that. It was back in 2018. Rob Gronkowski knows that Tide
They are
Pods.
writing me another check. I have a TikTok coming out in about 2 weeks with Tide.
Well, listen, we're gonna cut this and send this to them because the check was not big enough. That's amazing. All right, let's talk about this weekend. Or that weekend. Like, I know we sort of saw the highlights, the footage, the glasses. Like, how big of an honor was that for you?
It was a huge honor to be inducted into just all of the Sports Hall of Fame, not just Football Hall of Fame, Sports Hall of Fame for the University of Arizona. I would definitely say that is one of my biggest honors in my sports career, no doubt about that. What made it special was my brother was there who played on the team with me as well, and also my two nephews were there. And Bear and Ledger, and they're absolute beasts. And his name is Bear, so he should definitely go to the University of Arizona as well because of Bear Down. So if Bear goes to Arizona, he can bear down every single day. But they're adorable. They're great. They're the next generation of athletes. And just to be inducted into Arizona Sports Hall of Fame, huge honor, much appreciated. Love everyone there. Congrats to all the other inductees as well. And just overall, Arizona is taking off. Their basketball program, their football program with Jed Fish now is skyrocketing to the moon. So congrats to Arizona Athletics as well for dominating in all aspects currently.
And they got a new conductor for their marching band, I heard.
Yes, they do. I was over there chilling in the corner, and they kept saying, Rob, conduct the band with us. I went over there, started conducting. I got it on point. I'm ready to go. Okay, I got a new job.
Yeah, you need one. You know what? I feel like, Rob, we don't work quite enough.
Actually, I do work a lot, and it kind of sometimes takes the toll. I got in at 1 a.m. last night, back to my home. I fell right to sleep, and I literally, alarm went off at 10 this morning. I was like, whoa, I got the Kay Adams show in 1 hour, so I'm fighting through. You can always fight through.
You always do. You always do. I'm just picturing, like, how much laundry of Gronk's can actually fit into a washer because, like, everything's so much bigger. So you actually have to do more loads of laundry if you're you. I'm also thinking about from your nephew's perspective, what they think of you. Like, I can't imagine being a nephew and having you be Uncle Gronk. I literally can't imagine how cool that must be. That's so cool.
They're the luckiest nephews in the whole world.
They're the cutest things I've ever seen. That's amazing. Congrats on such a fun weekend. And we're going to get back to, we got to talk about that Raiders win, of course, but there was some big news yesterday I wanted to get to with Carson Wentz. Like, the Rams decided to add him to the quarterback room. Matthew Stafford, it's always kind of quiet about him. Like, we can't talk about Matthew Stafford injuries or something, or we don't, I don't know. Like, he's got the thumb thing. He's been dealing with things over the last few years, honestly. What do you think this says about the Rams and Stafford going forward?
Well, obviously, Matthew Stafford is more banged up and more injured than we thought from the very beginning. There's no doubt about that. And it says a lot about their other quarterback as well, Brett Rypien. He did not do a good job at all, and they actually released him after the game. And a backup quarterback is a crucial position now in the NFL. It might be the second most important position after the starting quarterback, because you see how many backup quarterbacks and second string quarterbacks play and start consistently now in the NFL. So this is definitely an upgrade after Ripien, after letting him go. Carson Wentz, he's not a threat to Matthew Stafford when he comes back, but it was a good sign. It was a good signing for the Rams. They put up 3 points last game. They got Cooper Kupp and they got Nakua, and they're putting up 3 points only. That's terrible. This was a good sign to give Carson Wentz another chance. And
I think a lot of teams in the NFL need to listen to Gronk when he says backup quarterback, second most important, but like Bengals, love you, a little nervous. Like maybe you could have used some depth at the quarterback spot, but if you look at it like, the way I see it, like this could be a stopgap for this team. I don't know what the future for Stafford can be. Like they're kind of like look what Tampa Bay did. They kicked the tires on Baker because it's a quarterback that has had some success. Like you know what he can do, and maybe given the opportunity, he could do something. Stafford, though, I'm looking like 18 touchdowns, 15 interceptions over the last 2 seasons. Like, and it's not him. Like he's a prolific player. He's a Super Bowl champion. Elbow injury, neck injury, and now the thumb. Like. Maybe this is sort of the stopgap for the Rams if Stafford can't go on. I don't know, like, I can't imagine Stafford's going to play that much longer.
I feel like he has a year or 2 left in him.
Wow.
I mean, getting banged up a little bit. And I feel like watching him, you know, it's not like he has that much passion out in the field. You know, he's not running around going crazy. He's a quarterback that can possibly play through some of these injuries too, and just sitting on the sideline as well. So I don't know. I think he's got a year or 2 left in him.
And then he might be vying for a spot on Fox or something. We'll see where he goes, but we'd love to hear from him, of course. The other QB news was that Kyler Murray, he's active. He's off injured reserve. He's back. A lot of people think it's like a foregone conclusion the Cardinals are going to tank and go for Caleb Williams. Do you think Kyler can play his way into keeping the job, Gronk?
He's going to definitely have to play his way in keeping the job. They're sitting there pretty nicely to get Caleb Williams. And Caleb Williams is a West Coast guy as well, so that won't be a difficult transition going from USC, Southern California, right to Arizona. But Kyle Murray, he's going to have to come out and he's going to have to play. He's going to have to play lights out, or else they're going to be looking to move on from him.
The Caleb Williams thing, I don't follow college ball. Only when you're being inducted into the Hall of Fame do I pay attention. So I didn't, but I did see, because it was all over my feed, the images of him being, you know, sort of, he was with his mom. Heartbreaking loss, of course, to Washington. This for some reason was like split on the internet. People were like, "This is horrible. You shouldn't do like," and then the people had, I don't know, empathy, compassion. What did you make of this?
Yeah, I could definitely see this being a 50-50 split. I was kind of split with myself as well. I was like, all right, that's a little bit too much. Like, why is he crying? But then at the same time, I'm like, maybe he's a mama boy, and there's nothing wrong with loving your mama, you know, at the same time. And also maybe he has a lot of passion about winning. Maybe he cares a lot. I don't know. So it can definitely go either way. But overall, I did think it was just a little weird to do it right there. You jump up into the stands and you're crying in the paper over the head. It just looked like a weird scenario. But hey, you know, we don't really know what's exactly going on. And maybe he just really loves his mom, and that's not a bad thing at all.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't jump up. I didn't see any green spoons when he jumped up there, so he just wanted to hang out. You know, he wasn't scared of anything up there, Gronk.
So you're saying the green spoon, you remember that? My mama would whip me with that green spoon back in the day when I was a bad boy. And she would definitely have that green spoon ready, even to this day, in the front row if I jumped up there, because she would never know what I'm going to be saying or doing. She's just always ready to put me back in my place.
Did you seriously though, was there ever a moment in your NFL career, or even college, where you got, not like crying like I want my mom, but like an emotional moment? Like what was your most emotional moment of playing football?
Oh, I would say your most emotional moments are kind of on your low moments, you know, because you think everything's crushing down on you. And I would say when I remember when I blew out my ACL, MCL on that hit versus the Cleveland Browns, and then I also hit my head, and I didn't remember anything for like 20 minutes. I woke up in the back room, and I was just sobbing all over the place. thinking that my career was over at that moment. So it was very emotional. My mom and my dad were there, both in the back room. I think they were shedding a tear as well. So there's a lot of lows in the NFL. There's a couple highs as well. Like when you win the Super Bowl, you have tears of joy. But a very low moment, like when I was crying, was definitely in that situation, thinking my whole career was over. But fortunately enough, I stayed strong, Kay, and I kept on fighting. I kept coming back, and I put another 8 solid years together.
You did, and now you're doing, and now you're killing it, and you're working like every other day, flying all over the place, doing your thing. And there were like more high moments, I imagine, a lot more high moments than low moments with New England, even. Except now they're not having that. They're not, you and who was it? You and Patrick Chung were like, act like you win there before, and all the commentary on Twitter was like, no, but Gronk, you don't understand. Like this team has not been there before. This team is not winning. This team is having a hellaciously bad season. A Bill Belichick-led team is at the bottom of the AFC. No other AFC team has 2 or fewer losses. Just New England. They're 2-7. So, what, in your opinion, is the biggest reason now that we're halfway through for this bad season?
It is a little weird that they're in last place with the worst record in the AFC. That's weird. Like, it's hard to talk about it because it's so weird. But I would say they don't look like a Coach Belichick team. They don't look like they're coached by Coach Belichick at all. And the problem is with the Patriots, they're in a lot of the games. They just don't know how to seal the deal. For example, the game last week versus the Commanders, Juju Smith-Schuster had the game sealing drop to lose the game versus Commanders. They had another opportunity, but Juju dropped the ball. And if you go back to a couple of the other games as well, there's many situations like that where they can't close at all. So this team cannot close, and that's the main problem with them.
Did you see the whole lip reading thing?
I mean, you can go either way with what he said. I saw it real quick on Twitter. I didn't really get too much into it, but it was Jonathan Kraft talking to Mr. Kraft. I was saying just the team simply ain't good enough. I mean, he's not wrong if that's truly what he said.
What are they going to do, Gronk?
What are they going to do? That's a tough question. That is a tough question, Kay.
What do you think?
There's so many options out there.
What do you think? Go ahead.
I think, if he gets Caleb Williams, though, if the Patriots get Caleb Williams, it would be pretty interesting. There's no doubt about it. They're definitely in the running for it. They've never been in this position to have such a high draft pick as well. And Coach Belichick is known to always trade out and develop more draft picks later in the draft, or get a couple more second rounders and develop more players and more stars through the second and third round than in the first round. So we'll see what he does. He's going to have a top 5 pick or top 10 pick. It's going to be very interesting. The Patriots are always going to be red hot with storylines, even when they're not winning.
It's true. And one storyline I know that you told our producers you wanted to talk about with this loss to the Commanders was the roughing the passer call. And I want you to, I know you landed at 1 a.m, but give me the heat, baby. Look at this. This is KJ Henry sacking Mac Jones. The NFL obviously prioritizing calling what seems to be more and more of this year.
I just really don't get it. I don't really know why that's roughing the passer. The NFL is doing a terrible job with it. I think it's kind of ruining the game. They're policing roughing the passer way too much. And what was the ruling there on why that was roughing the passer? Because the defender fell on quarterback Mac Jones. If that's the case, I just really don't understand it.
I think it was about full body weight.
Yeah, full body weight on him. I mean, it's not like he fell on his head or his lower extremes of his body, like his knees or anything, or his ankle trying to twist it. He's falling on his hips, like right where you can take the impact. And it looked like he didn't even try to drive him. It's just like how the momentum took him. So it's bad. It's kind of ruining the game because it's giving the advantage to the offense sometimes when they should never have the advantage. You get a free 15 yards for absolutely no reason, and that can change the momentum of the game at any time. So I think it's just police just insanely too much.
It's really well said. What do you guys out there think at Up and Adam Show with your thoughts there? Plenty of great teams, plenty of great games this week. We're in the double digits, baby. It's week 10. So we're going to hit on a couple more of those, but we do have to talk Thursday Night Football. We always try to get something out there for the people who want to have a little fun, a little entertainment over responsibly, of course, over at FanDuel Sportsbook. It's the 2-7 Bears taking on the 1-7 Panthers. This is the game that you want a little you want a little extra entertainment, people out there. So we're usually we on Wednesday sort of put together a no sweat parlay, but tomorrow's props are not out. They're like in limbo because we're waiting, like what's going on with Justin Fields? We don't know yet. So that's going to happen tomorrow, guys. Be on the lookout. But Gronk, is there a player in this game that you sort of have your eye on that might have himself a day?
Yeah, this is a game you really don't talk much about. The Bears versus Panthers. It's pretty brutal, but it's a great game for bettors. I mean, just to have a good time, with betting to see what happens with this game on Thursday night. But there's one player that stands out, and it's Adam Thielen on the Carolina Panthers. I mean, he's a fountain of youth right now. He's a guy that everyone written off when he left Minnesota last year to go to the Panthers. I'm pretty sure he's top 5 in receptions and top 5 in yards right now in the NFL. So credit to Adam Thielen for standing out week in and week out, even though there's nothing else to really talk about with the Carolina Panthers.
There isn't. Yeah.
Keep falling.
I'm gonna go with the player that Adam Thielen replaced. It's a nice little revenge game. I like a storyline. DJ Moore. He's been quiet lately, but I do think that there is something to, and you can talk about, like, there's a little something to maybe playing your old team or whatever that might look like. And he's been quiet lately, but the last time he was under the bright lights of Thursday Night Football, here was his stat line: 233 touchdowns. I don't think we're going to get that kind of a performance, but he doesn't shy away from the primetime light, so that's good.
That is good. DJ Moore, he's definitely going to want to show the Panthers what's up. Obviously, that's his old team. I mean, he really doesn't have to do much to show him what's up because the Carolina Panthers only have one win. So it's not like he's really, digging deep down to show him, that they lost him, because it was actually a big benefit that he went to the Bears as well. I mean, we thought the Bears were going to be a better team, actually. So it's kind of like the same situation for him, actually. But just overall, DJ Moore is a great player. He's going to perform tonight no matter what. Yeah.
This is one where it's the Caleb Williams vibes of the future for these two teams. Before we hit a break, I don't know if you saw this because you were flying, but did you see this? Tom Brady with Wemby, the NBA's #1 overall pick. He's dwarfing Tom. You see this?
Yes, I just saw it about 20 minutes ago. And Wembanyama, or however you say his name, right? Wembanyama.
That's exactly how. Yeah, that's it.
Wembanyama. Yes, I'm going to have to practice that because I'm going to be saying his name for the next 3 decades. There's no doubt about that. But he's an absolute monster. I love watching the guy, love watching him play basketball. It's just incredible how coordinated he is. And he would dunk on Tom 24/7, that's for sure.
Well, Tom dunked on Edelman and said in this post, like I don't know why Edelman, Super Bowl's MVP, is out here catching strays. Did you see that? He said, at Julian Edelman, is this how you felt all those years? Do you want to stand up for your boy, Jules? I mean, we made a Photoshop of you next to Tom.
I will stand up for Jules. I mean,
See?
Jules is kind of...
Oh, no, I wanted Tom and Gronk. Never mind.
Look at that. I'm taller than Tom, so that's the wrong representative of me right there.
It's all good.
I would guard Victor one-on-one, but he would probably score every single time, but I would still guard him one-on-one. But just overall, Julian's the easy punching bag, but let me tell you, he'll never fall down. He'll always get back up, even if you knock him out.
You're the biggest hype man for Julian. All right, when we get back, Gronk Day rolls on. Bengals, Texans this week. CJ Stroud, an absolute stud. We got Browns, Ravens. We've got Niners, Jags to get into. We will hit them all with Rob Gronkowski from his very official, very adult studio background office after this. Yeah. Also, you had that they won. No AFC team has two or fewer losses. So that's not true. It's 2 or fewer wins. So I don't know. Is Hamilton reading after you put stuff in, or how's that? Just that work should be checked, I think. It's okay, but that's But sorry, I didn't explain that. I wanted Gronk and Tom.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we weren't sure if you wanted like Gronk's whole body next to Wemby or just his head or that. So we'll clarify.
I just wanted Gronk to dunk on Tom.
Yeah.
And say, who don't pick on because he like loves Jules so much. But it's like this must have been what he dealt with all the time. What is this?
I'm getting this cut out.
Okay. What is that?
Good burger.
Oh God.
2.
Oh God.
You want it?
Right now?
No, or at some point. You can call for it. I'll let you know.
But give me the context.
He's in Good Burger too. He has a million jobs. This trailer just came out.
It came out recently?
Yeah.
Can we do it right now?
Do we have it? Gopher?
Can we do that? Oh no, we're bumping in
They're
with
good.
Myles Garrett. Let's bump in with
Yeah.
Myles Garrett.
Do we have the...
Okay. Can we do the Good Burger with him? I hope he's not listening. I bet he
No.
is. Maybe he's not.
I have a trailer getting cut up.
The Good Burger trailer? I haven't seen it yet. Can we play the Good Burger trailer, or can we do something with that?
It's sent to Tierra and Brandon. I just got to get confirmation that we have it. Yep. That's
Great.
it.
Cool. So I'll just kind of go to that at some point. I don't know when, but
I was Good Burger for Halloween one year.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, don't know what Good Burger is.
What?
I know.
makes
Was it
it
a
better.
Nickelodeon show?
Yeah.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Good Burger,
Oh.
home of the Good
The,
Burger.
the
Nickelodeon is
VHS
a blind
was
spot for me.
Nickelodeon Orange?
Yeah,
Oh.
I had that.
Yeah.
I never got to.
I love Kenan and Kel.
Okay. You guys, Bengals Texans. That's a.
Kind of
Everybody wins. I just love both of them.
I know. Texans train.
Very. I know. Marissa's on the Texans. Choo-choo. Absolutely.
It's getting full. I don't like it. So should we make a list of
Patrick
movies?
Dempsey. Sorry.
Patrick Dempsey.
What are you gonna say?
Wait, Patrick Dempsey deserved that
Okay.
wholeheartedly.
I have so many. I used to work there, so I
Yeah, yeah.
know how
Wait,
how
I need that tea.
How the Cardinals pick the Pope.
The Electoral College.
Lamar Jackson this week. You face Joe Burrow a lot. You play twice a year. I got to ask you, who are you giving the edge to right now?
I think Joe's coming on strong. I feel like when he's healthy, he's one of those guys that can light you up each and every night. Lamar, he do it in such different ways. Even if his throwing is not on point that night, he can still rush for 150 and 3 touchdowns.
Are you taking Lamar or Joe?
Well, I'm taking down Lamar, but I'll take Joe right now as far as
Yeah, he's on fire.
who's got the nod over the other right now.
Myles Garrett is an absolute pleasure. Delightful to talk to him yesterday. I would never dare ask him that to his face, like if I was face to face with him, but there was a lot of space between us, so I felt like I had to go for it. He plays Lamar this week, Gronk, knowing that he's gonna see that, and he picked Joe. What do you think?
Yeah, Kay, if the Browns lose, I'm blaming it on you. You're giving Ravens bulletin board material. You're making him choose a quarterback. And both quarterbacks are in his conference, so you're kind of screwing him. You're putting him in a bad position, but that's okay. That's what we love about this show. That's why we love the Kay Adams show, baby. We love putting players in that position.
But when I
making them-
ask you a question that you don't want to answer, you just don't answer it.
Yeah, he had to answer, so you can't really blame him. And yes, you're right, because I went to the Bill Belichick School of PR, so I know how to, maneuver my way around all the questions asked me, because Coach Belichick trained me for 9+ years in that category. So
Yeah, I still see the after effects of it. You're slowly waking up to be able to say what you actually are thinking, which we love to see and be a part of. We love having you on the show. Browns, Ravens, AFC North, best division in football. How do you think this one shakes out? Ravens currently 6-point favorites at home.
Yeah, so I think the Ravens, they're red hot right now. They've been just dominating teams the last 2 weeks, offensive side of the ball and defensively on that side of the ball as well. And Lamar Jackson, Myles Garrett, he had a great answer for both quarterbacks. There's no doubt about it. But Lamar Jackson is currently the better quarterback. He's throwing the ball better than he ever has. And while he is sitting in the pocket, he is leading the NFL with 71.5 completion percentage rate.
Whoa.
Just think about that. That's when he's in the pocket. When he's not in the pocket, he's either running the ball for another 20 yards. And listen to this, the only QB ever that led, the NFL in rushing and completion percentage was Steve Young in 1994. So I think Lamar Jackson, if he keeps this pace up right now, he could be the second quarterback ever to do it.
Do you have a researcher there barking numbers at you? What's happening here?
Hey, this is the researcher right here. This brain right
Completion rate percentage? That's a gold bar thing if I ever heard one. Jeez Louise. Do you think one of these two teams right here, these logos, are the Super Bowl team for the AFC?
Possibly the Baltimore Ravens. Not the Browns. They're just too up and down. They're too inconsistent. You can't go to the Super Bowl being inconsistent. And the Ravens, with their coach there as well, being to the Super Bowl, being around for so long, I think he knows what it takes to be consistent. I think the Baltimore Ravens are a potential Super Bowl team, not the Browns.
And their defense with Geno Stone, who is celebrating Ohio legalizing marijuana yesterday.
Wow. Yes. So he's going to be stoned for the game, I guess. And it'll be a high game.
A high game, high-scoring affair. Let's go to the sports book. I think this next team I want to talk about is going to the Super Bowl and winning it. I think Joe Burrow looks better than he's ever looked. I think he's out there. They want to extend their streak to 5 straight. He looks very healthy. Their defense looks feisty and well coached. But they got to do it against the guy with the best odds to win the Offensive Rookie of the Year, which is C.J. Stroud, who's rolling. They look great. D'Amico Ryans has them fired up. Which offense are you more excited to watch this week?
Oh, I mean, both offenses are great. And I got a question about Joe Burrow. Is he really 100% healthy? Yes, he's doing great, but he's still putting heat on the calf. I think when he really becomes 100% healthy, they're going to be that much better as well. But I would go overall, who has a hot, more explosive offense, who's more fun to watch. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals still. C.J. Stroud is definitely putting a show on. He's going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year, but Burrow, you got Jamar Chase. I mean, they're just a show within itself. The Houston, C.J. Stroud and their weapons, they have to prove it once again. They got to have a whole year under their belt in order to take them over the Cincinnati Bengals offense.
Got it. Another dream matchup on Sunday, 6-2 Jags. I love the NFL because it's like the Jags and the Niners are the best game of the week, potentially. 5-3 San Francisco. Debo was on the show this week. He told me he's good to go on Sunday. He'll be a game changer. Chase Young also, the new out before the trade deadline. He'll make his debut with his former Ohio State teammate. Now I get it. Does the Jags 5-game win streak end or extend on Sunday?
It extends. The Jags are the hottest team in football right now, and Trevor Lawrence is becoming a star in the NFL. There's no doubt about that. He's in the Jacksonville market, and everyone's going to know his name sooner than later. There's no doubt about that because Trevor Lawrence is an absolute beast. He's performing the way that he needed to perform as the #1 pick.
He's not the only star. You're a star. We talked about your many jobs. Let's. I think we have a bit of a trailer that was released that I haven't seen. Rob's like, which one? Which one of my things? Roll it.
80 for Brady? Oh, all right.
I asked for no ice, but there's ice in here.
No problem, dude. I'll get you another.
Talk to me.
Yes, that's Good Burger 2 coming out. And it was actually by Nickelodeon. I love Nickelodeon, by the way. I hosted the Nickelodeon Kids Sports Awards show before, about a year ago. And Nickelodeon's the best. There's no doubt about that. I watched basically every Nickelodeon show, especially SpongeBob growing up, who lives on a pineapple under the sea. So that's Good Burger 2. It was shot right here in my backyard in Providence.
Really?
So I got a little cameo role as well. And Keenan and Cal, they're super sweet. They're super awesome guys. And they're just naturally funny at all times as well, okay? They're just great people to be around.
I mean, you've worked with everyone. Who else is on your list to work with?
Oh, I would go with, Will Ferrell, no doubt about that. Happy Gilmore.
We're trying. Okay, you want to work with Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler. I mean, I just love Happy Gilmore so much. I wish, my dream, I've been saying for the last 10 years, is if Happy Gilmore 2 came out, I have to find a way to get a cameo or an appearance in Happy Gilmore 2. I've been just praying since I've seen Happy Gilmore 1 that Happy Gilmore 2 just comes out, or they just start producing Happy Gilmore 2. Please, that would be the best thing ever.
Every time, I'm picturing Gronk every night before he's gone to sleep since Happy Gilmore came out. By the way, I just saw Happy Gilmore for the first time on Saturday night, and I loved it. It was great. I've never seen it before. It's great.
Shooter
McGavin. You could be. Is that what you? Oh, okay. Let's see. That's a good shooter.
Shoot up.
Get this to Sandler. He's got that big Netflix.
I mean, I kind of combine both of their characters because I putt like Happy Gilmore, I drive like Happy Gilmore, but every time I sink that putt, shoot up.
and we're done. And that is how we do it. No, I haven't seen it, but I'm imagining you pray and you're like, for my nephews, for Donna, for the Green Spoon, for the Patriots to another Super Bowl, and then like, please let me be in Happy Gilmore too if it ever happens. God, please.
That is what happens.
All right, let's hit one more game because we talked on the Star, Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. We talked Baltimore, Cincy. Kansas City did take care of business against Miami and Germany. Take a look at the top of the AFC standings, my friend. 7 teams get in. Your hometown Buffalo Bills, they're on the outside. They're looking in. Do the Bills make the playoffs?
Wow. You just threw this one on me, Kay.
I know. Let's look at the AFC. Let's look at the rankings again.
Wow.
Sorry, Goldfarb didn't feed you this one.
Put it back up, please. Here we go.
There we go.
Man, there are some tough teams. I would say if there's a team to not make the playoffs there and the Buffalo Bills sneak in, then I would say the Browns would be the team that gets left out.
Yeah, so the Bills maybe make just because of the quarterback situation, the whole thing. The Browns defense obviously great, but tough division, tough vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bills
Yeah, I think they got to turn it on. They're going to turn it on. Josh Allen isn't going to let this, keep on happening. He's going to hit that switch. I think they're going to explode eventually and get a couple wins in a row and then put themselves back in the playoffs.
I feel like they've got the Broncos on Monday Night Football. Broncos just took care of business against KC. They've got the second best defense in the league right now, which is crazy. Crazy.
The Broncos, what a crazy story that is. And I watched one of their preseason games. I think it was versus the Rams, and I was all in with Sean Payton. They absolutely blew out the Rams in the preseason. And I was flipping out like, wow, these players are having fun. They're energized. They're bringing the heat every single play out there, even though it's a preseason game. And then they went out there the first couple games and just absolutely just pooped the bed, Kay. Like, they were awful. Put up 70 points against the Miami Dolphins.
Now they're good again, ish. They're good.
They're good.
Well, they're quietly good. Huh?
That's why you love the NFL.
Yeah.
Anyone can win any Sunday.
Yeah. Hamilton just texted me and he said that you would be a great the guy with the nail in his head.
Oh man. Oh man.
I don't know his name. The guy who beats up.
Count on me. Wait. You can count on me. Waiting for you
in the parking lot, and then he gets the golf ball on his shoe.
And guns don't kill people. I do.
You know every word to Happy Gilmore. When we get back, we'll get Gronk's every word on the Raiders. Big win. Josh McDaniels is gone. His boy, bear down. We got the Go Bears with the Arizona Pierce connection. We'll hit it up after this break. Wow, he knew every line to that. I'm really glad I watched that movie on Saturday night.
Or I will put you to sleep. Check out the name tag.
What else are the big lines
You're
from?
my
What
word.
are the big most?
Yeah.
Is that what's the line in there?
Yeah.
What are the most famous lines from that movie? Tap it in.
Tap,
Taparoo.
yeah. You will not hit this putt, you jackass.
It's on the hips is from
The price
that.
is wrong.
No, he goes, the price is wrong, bitch.
Yeah.
That's what he says, right?
I don't remember.
I think he does.
Remember that Mr. lady? Yeah, I think I just killed her.
What?
So when the air conditioner, he tries
Yeah,
to
I
fix
can't.
it and it falls on
I
top
think
of
when
her.
I like those movies, but when it gets to like that stuff, when it takes it to the point of like somebody dies, I'm like, I don't know if I like, or like the.
Yeah. What's that? Your
I don't
fingers
like.
hurt?
I don't like seeing like the eyeball of the alligator. I'm like, I can't watch.
What about Happy Place? Every time he's not doing well, he's doing terrible.
Yeah.
Bad
Oh yeah. Those are.
What a happy place.
I'm sure you remember that.
And his grandma just living a nice life in a nice huge house.
Yeah.
That he's going to pay for him. Happy place.
And the Modern
Happy place.
Family mom. What's her name?
Yes.
I forget her name. Great actress. Julie
Julie
Bowen,
Bowen.
hot Julie Bowen, just doing her
great.
thing. And then the guy with the piano. He's playing the piano.
Chubbs
the
Pe-
guy.
oh, Chubbs Peterson.
Chubbs
Yeah.
Peterson.
You gotta go.
I don't know.
Gronk,
hey,
I gotta meet you at the
Gronk,
ninth grade on
Gronk,
nine.
a birdie told me you're going to F1 next weekend.
No, I'm not going
You're
to
not
F1
going?
actually. I've probably been asked that the last, over the last month, probably like 10, 15 times
Why
if
don't
I'm
you want
going.
to go? Can't?
I do want to go, actually. I would definitely love to experience it. I mean, I'm not really that into, that racing stuff. I mean, they go around once and then they go around twice. I'm like, all right, I've seen it now. Like, how many more times can you go around? It's kind of the same thing. And I respect the drivers. I mean, that takes a lot of work to do.
Crazy.
You got to have a lot of stamina, and your core strength has to be ridiculous in order to drive a car like that fast around turns. But, no, I mean, there was some talks to go, but just never fell through. And
Not
plus,
happening.
I'm so busy with FanDuel anyways. I don't need to go that fun.
You're too busy. Got it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, see you in 30 seconds. We'll wrap it up. The core strength. It's so true.
Yeah.
Like the G-force on the turn. It's just craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm going. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You're giving F1 vibes with the jacket right now. Aston Martin.
Has Kay watched Billy Madison yet? I have not. The Wedding Singer I've seen. 51st Dates I have not seen. Click I have never seen.
What? Rich, how could you say that?
Everybody, man, came together, bro. Worked out, bro. This was a crazy week, And I just want to give a shout out to the guy in the position now. You know what I'm saying? Game ball to AP, man.
Antonio Pierce gets the game ball. What'd you think of all this?
I feel like the Raiders are back. All my Raiders fans, all my friends that are Raiders fans, they're all pumped up about Antonio Pierce being the head coach. But Josh Jacobs, he's stoked and he's smoked. As you can see, he was smoking that stove, okay? But they're back. The Raiders are back.
The Raiders are. What does that mean? The Raiders are back.
Their swag is back. Them going out on the field, playing Raider football, smashing people in the mouth, putting up points.
Ooh.
That's what it means. Getting a victory as well. I mean, that was huge for them. That was huge for Antonio Pierce, a fellow Arizona alumni Wildcat, baby.
I believe. Who did they have? Is it Sunday? Are they the Sunday night game this week? Who do they have?
Jets.
The Jets.
That's a good game for them.
That's a good game for them. We'll see how that goes. Well, did anybody ever light a cigar in the Patriots locker room? I can't imagine that would go over very well.
No one ever has. I mean, a couple beers after a couple big wins, but never a cigar.
All right, we're going to play a little game here, says Goldfarb. We want the word that first comes to your mind. We're going to hit on a couple stories and games. We're going to call it Gronk. What is it? Gronkabulary. It's hard to say. Gronkabulary. We're going inside the mind of the Gronkster. Go ahead.
I was really great at math. I had an A+ in math, but my English and reading skills, I was always like a C or D. So Gronkabulary, this could be a rough show, but I'm all in. Let's go, Kat.
But you got the mind. We got. But come on, let's give him some love. Let's go, Gronk. Gronk. All right, let's start with Aaron Rodgers.
Go to your happy place.
Go to your happy place. Aaron Rodgers casually launching deep balls Monday night pregame. I don't know why he's doing this, but what do you make of it? And this is absolutely crazy. Less than 2 months after Achilles surgery.
Aaron Rodgers is like a Wolverine. I mean, the guy heals in literally a week. I mean, it's impressive what he's doing right there. That's when you know he's going to be back and he's going to have a great year. Yeah. Next year, not this year.
Next year, not this year. So you don't think he's coming back this year?
Nah, that'll be too soon. And the Jets aren't going to the playoffs, so it's just why risk it? I mean, you still got to run. You still got to deke a defender, a 300-pound guy coming at you, putting all that pressure on you. I think it'll just be safe for him to come out next year. Maybe he can do it this year, but just to be safe, he'll be fully ready to go next year.
Okay, what's the Gronkabulary reaction to Patrick Dempsey being sexiest man alive on People Magazine's cover? Do we have a look? Do we have a picture of him on the cover?
I gotta see this picture.
Patrick? Do we have it? Oh, we should have Dempsey. Sorry, we don't have it. But it was rumored that Jason Kelce was going to be on the cover, and he's not. But I do have it on good authority. He's featured. I don't know if I can.
I think Jason Kelce should have been on the cover. He's a sexy man. He's a great dad. He's just a great center overall. He's always been hiking the ball, to a quarterback. I think Jason Kelce should get the praise and be on the cover.
Timothy Chalamet. I'm talking like Gronk. Usher. Other people. You know who's never been on? I looked this morning. Ryan Gosling's never been on the cover.
Wait, that's illegal.
Ryan Gosling's never been on the cover. That's illegal.
I need a Gronkabulary for Jason Kelsey, sexiest man alive, though.
Yeah,
I
go
would
for
say, help me out, though. I need some help, Kay.
Tush-tastic?
Tush-tastic.
Yeah, yeah.
Tush-push-tastic.
Yeah. He's tushy.
He's a tushy.
Yeah.
He's very tushy. Here's Patrick Dempsey. Have you ever? Are you a Grey's Anatomy guy?
Like dreamy.
Yeah, McDreamy.
Oh, yeah. Dem's dreamy. Dempsey. Dem's dreamy. I don't know.
This
is rough, Kay. I told you I'm not good at this stuff.
This is a Goldfarb production. The Rams lost to the Packers on Sunday night. The score, as we talked about, 20-3. But after the defense forced and recovered a fumble, this celebration happened in Lambeau. Your thought? This is a little duck, duck, goose mid-game.
Duck, 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 goose. That was my favorite game to play in elementary, but no one's really listening and paying attention. They didn't abide by the rules. Everyone else ran away like they were the goose.
Did you ever cheat on any tests in school?
That's all I did, Kay. I'm not giving away my secrets now, and now I'm gonna get in trouble. And now I probably won't get. You know how I passed elementary school. I'm gonna probably get it taken back now. And
then you'll be in Billy Madison too.
Hey.
Yeah, you're right. Now we're talking. There we go. That's Gronkabulary right there.
There's Gronkabulary. Like, did you hide answers? Like, I would use my TI-89 calculator and just plug in all the answers to every math test, but you didn't need that.
No, I kind of like bribe people, and then because I was way bigger than them, and I'd be like, yo, let me cheat on your test. I'll give you tickets to this game, or else. I always had an incentive for them as well if they let me cheat on their test.
What does that mean? What incentive? What?
Like, I don't know. I don't want to go too far in depth because, it's just not the way to represent these kids. Make sure you do your own work.
Yeah.
You don't cheat on homework or cheat on tests.
That's right, 2 nephews.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Diane's calling.
That's how far I'm going to go.
Diane, yeah? Oh, you've got a date with a green spoon, Gronk, after the show. Oh, I'll tell him.
Yes.
I'll tell him.
I probably do.
You're the best. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for humoring us with Gronkabulary. We will not do that again. Appreciate you, and we'll talk to you.
Yeah, that didn't go as good as expected.
Didn't go as good. Didn't go as good as expected with your extremities. I just love you, Gronk. We'll talk to you. You're the best. Play our parlay tomorrow. You are the absolute best, and we appreciate it. And roughing the passer, stop calling it, you stupid refs.
I agree.
Cosign. All right, bye, Gronk. We'll see you. And tomorrow we have who? Who's on?
Nick Vial.
Nick Vial's on the show.
Darius Butler.
Hey,
Darius Butler on the show, and maybe the
Packers
Burrows
Yeah.
at some point. Friday? Burrows on Friday. Love that. All right, we'll see you guys.